Story number 1. Cheating story. Advice needed. I've been married to my wife for 12 years. Like all relationships, we had our ups and downs, but the first weekend we were married, something happened. She ran into the store to get something and left her phone, and a message went off from a guy that I did not recognize that said, "You're so sexy." When she got back to the car, I asked her what that was about, and she said she had no idea. Later on, after more questions, she finally confessed it's an ex-boyfriend, and she showed me the conversation string. Basically, there was no mention of her getting married, but more asking questions to him of way he misses her and what would happen if he was there with her. Needless to say, I blew a gasket over this, but forgave and tried to move on. Fast forward 2 years later, and it happened again with another guy. This guy was someone that she was working with. The way she got caught this time was because she fell asleep with her phone on her chest, and when I turned it over to put it on her nightstand, I saw a message that said, "Wear a skirt tomorrow," and it was from her male coworker. Once again, same pattern. Denied at first, saying it wasn't anything to worry about, and then evolved. They were planning on going to his house some afternoon, assuming that next day after I saw this. Same as before. She apologized, said it wouldn't happen again, and she ended up quitting that job. Because of this happening multiple times, I was lost. I did the wrong thing myself and confided in a female friend. And as you can guess where this is going, I messed up and cheated on my wife. This lie went on for about 6 months and all came out when a text message was discovered. I know what I did was wrong, and I have spent years begging for forgiveness, do everything I can to try and make her happy, and even moved as we had a house built to start over. So for keeping track at this point, she had 2 emotional affairs, and I had the 1 physical affair. As the years have gone by, I have caught her multiple times talking with other guys again, including sending nude photos, constant flirtation messages, phone calls, and every time she's been caught, she denies anything physical happened. She did say during an argument, "Well, you're the one who physically cheated, so I haven't done anything as bad as that." While I agree, mine is worse. Constantly catching her doing this is killing me. I love the family that we have established, and I love the atmosphere that we have. It just feels like no matter what happens, I'm remorseful for what I did, and she doesn't appear to be herself. The most recent one that I just caught was a conversation that she's been having with an ex-boyfriend, and the way I caught them is because we were out to dinner, and she was texting frantically when we were walking up to the restaurant with the kids. When I stopped and asked her what she was doing, she shut her phone down and said nothing. I said, "Who are you talking to?" And she said, "Just a friend." She could tell that I was visibly upset with this, and she immediately tried saying there's nothing to worry about. It's just a friend, it's just a friend. But I finally called her on it and asked her to prove it by showing me her phone. She refused. When we got home, I made mention of it again and asked that she please show me if she truly has nothing to hide. She unlocked her phone and quickly was scrolling through messages from him saying, "See, there's nothing to worry about." And of course stopped on the last message. I knew better and took the phone and reviewed the entire message history she's had with him. This has gone on for about 6 months now, and the conversations are always about how he misses her, how he wishes she was closer, how she wishes he was closer, and talking about past sexual encounters they have had. I showed her this part of the message, and her response was, "It's nothing to worry about, we were just talking." Other messages show he has asked for nude pictures of her, and her text response was, "I will get you one shortly." She has provided these in the past to others, but doesn't appear to have provided one to this guy. To top this all off, my wife has never been one that could open up to me about anything. She's always very quiet, yet will open up to these guys nonstop through text. And it's always someone that she knows, so it's not a random stranger that she's talking with online. There's that personal connection. After this fight, she agreed to stop talking to him. I knew she couldn't. A month later, I caught her with a burner phone. I was so pissed at this point that I kicked her out of the house. She apologized and swore it wouldn't happen again, but needless to say, this is the same story over and over again. My kids are older and understand what's going on. 2 of them even said I should divorce her. She has finally agreed to go to therapy after all of these years, and we're gonna couples therapy. Just started. So I guess my questions are this. As I was the one who screwed up physically, am I getting a taste of my own medicine and deserve this? Is it innocent when she hasn't done anything? Should I let it go? And mainly, am I holding on to false hope that this will ever be what we hoped it would be? TL, doctor, is emotional cheating weighed the same as physical? Why or why not? Story number 2. Hello, I am a woman 22 years old. I just want to know some opinions about my situation. My boyfriend cheated on me. He did a lot of bad things and got into a lot of trouble because of the cheating. He says he did all those things because he wasn't mentally well, but now his mental health is better and I would never do that again. I have a lot of resentment towards him, and every time I remember that he did something for the other woman, like how he spent more $25,000 on her while I was sunk in depression working hard, I get so mad when I remember that, and constantly I compare myself. I know I lack more self-love. Sometimes I want to run away, move far away, and forget everything. I love him very much. He is the first person who has treated me so nice, and before I had a very good connection with him. But everything that has happened has killed a lot of my love and affection, and I think that we are only passengers in our lives. Sometimes I don't even see him as a future husband or something future. Thank you for reading. I apologize if I wrote something wrong. English is not my first language.